Once again, I have to drop my wife off at the brewery for work. You guys ever have that problem?
Hello and welcome to ImperfectlyMeCrafts. I'm Mallory, Choose behind the camera.
Hello!
And we are here at Crystal Lake Brewing Company in Crystal Lake, Illinois, as voted on by our users. So thanks guys for picking out such a great brewery. Today we're here to try the brews, check the views, and see what they offer to all of yous. If you haven't already, don't leave us untapped. Tap that like, subscribe, and notification bell so you never have to miss another one of our brewery tours again.
All right, can I talk now?
No.
So, you said that people voted on this one. Mm-hmm. What is today?
Today is election day, voting day. So we went and voted, and then we came here to film because you guys voted on this one for us. Happy election day, everybody. I hope you all made your voices heard, because that's the only way you'll ever be heard, is by putting your voice out there. It's important. Do what you can, man. All right, speaking of doing what you can, I know I can drink my way through a couple of these beers, and that's what I'm about to do. That was such a weird segue, and I am so sorry for all of it.
Once again, why don't let her drink before we start normally, guys.
Yeah, you'll notice that I am sitting here sipping on one of the beers in the first flight. It was phenomenal, super excited. I can't wait to tell you all about it. And we are going to start first round. Chu told me I wasn't allowed to make mistakes during the first round because the lights behind me are changing colors and it's going to look really weird when we edit. So this is going to be fun for everybody. We are starting out with their Beach Blonde. This is one of their year-round offerings. It's a golden lager. 2016 World Beer Cup bronze medal winner, so super exciting there. 5.3 ABVs, 18 IBUs. On the nose, I'm honestly getting next to nothing. There's something there, and this is going to sound incredibly strange. When you walk into a freshly constructed building, that fresh, new, everything
so new house
smell. Yeah, new house smell, kind of. It doesn't make sense for the flavor, but that is what I'm smelling. We're gonna dive in. Cheers, everyone, to first round at Crystal Lake Brewing. Lovely, simple. We're having very little on the nose, giant flavor. Sweetness, but not too much. Bitterness, but not too much. The sweetness starts up front, the bitterness rounds out the back. When you breathe out, you taste it all over again, and the second time around is just as good as the first. Crushable, completely crushable, and she was just dying to take this from me.
I almost want to say a little cream ale taste to it a little bit.
I could see a little bit of the cream ale, but it's not creamy.
No,
it's brisk. It's like a fall day, it's brisk.
Yep.
Which is funny because it's called Beach Blonde, but it's a crisp, light flavor, really, really crushable. Anybody who likes any kind of beer would enjoy just this nice, simple beer, and I can see why it was a bronze medal winner. We're gonna pop on to our next beer. This one is called Too Much Cologne, which cracks me up, first of all.
I wonder if this is gonna have a smell or not.
It's a German-style Kolsch ale, hence Cologne, darlings. This was their 2021 Great American Beer Festival bronze medal winner. I mean, it's a Kolsch, so I'm expecting clean, I'm expecting bright, I'm expecting, let's see how it smells. Green woods, like being out in the woods in the spring. Maltiness is gentle on the nose, but it's definitely there. And it's like whispering sweet things to me. I can't wait to jump in. So let's see how it tastes. Cheers, everyone. I get the green still, a little bit of bitterness. It's very crisp, very clean. Again, crushable. This one is a 5.2%, 20 IBUs. It lingers for a long time with a drying effect. Again, makes you want to hop right in for another sip. This is actually what I had when we got in.
First sip.
Or for the first sip.
Base beer, my go-to beer on any occasion.
I could see that being a day drinker.
I would start off as it being my shower beer and then end it as it being my go-to-bed beer.
Please, nobody picture Chew with his shower beer. Don't do it. Our next one is their Fox Rocker. This was the first beer I ever had from Crystal Lake Brewing. I had it from a can at a bar probably 3 or 4 years ago-ish. Right around there. It's an American red ale, 5.5% ABV and 22 IBUs.
This would be the first time you had this one not in the can.
That's
on
true.
draft.
This will be my first time having it on draft. I'm gonna see how it smells. Again, super gentle on the nose. I'm not getting a lot of scent on this one really at all. Hint of maltiness, but that's it. Diving in. Cheers, everyone. The flavor hits like a wee heavy, and you get this big forward rye, huge, bite your face off, giant flavor, but it has the lightness of the Beach Blonde in the mouthfeel. It's so light and drinkable and crushable, but it has that wee heavy rye ale flavor. It's heaven in a glass. I thought that the first time I had it. It made me have to come to this brewery in the first place, and I'm so glad you guys picked this one or voted for this one for election day. Thank you. Our last beer of first round is going to be their Solero Smash. This is one of their newer beers, and it's a seasonal. The ABV is 4.5. It's 35 IBUs. So Smash, for those of you who don't know, means single malt and single hop, meaning they're very specific on the ingredients they're using, so you can pick out those ingredients better. This one is Solero Smash. I don't believe I've ever had Solero hops before, and I'm kind of excited to try them because, hey, new hop. And the Smash beers are so great for learning more about your hops and still getting to enjoy the journey, you know, instead of buying bags of them and just sniffing. This is much more fun. 4.5, 35 IBUs. See how it smells. Melon and cotton candy. It smells really sweet, very tropical, very light, almost passion fruit, mango. Ooh, I like the scent. Cheers to the end of first round. Ooh, oh. Oh, there's a lot going on there. Ooh, I learned a new hop. So this one started out with the tropical notes all through, and it's strawberry tropical, not citrus tropical. There's a little citrus, but I'm not getting a ton of that. It's all the other tropical fruits. When you swallow, you get hit with the hop bitter at the back of the mouth. When you breathe out, you get the tropical notes again. So you have a tropic bitter tropic sandwich going on throughout this sip. I think I'm a fan of Solero. I think I still love Cashmere the best, but I think I like this one a lot.
It's mellow, tasteful, and very flavorful, but it doesn't smack you.
Well, see, some of the others here were crushable, ones that I could do all day. I wouldn't want to do this one all day. Not because it's bad or anything, but because when I sit down with a glass of this, I actually want to sit and savor it and like dissect it and like really get into it. This is one that makes me want to think because I like it so much. It's very unique. I haven't had anything like this, and I will come back for more. Boys and girls, we have survived first round. Take a moment and appreciate the gorgeousness that is this flight board. I don't know if that's visible at all.
Nope. We're gonna take a picture after.
I'm gonna take pictures and show you. The flight board is beautiful, and the bartender told me as I was taking the flight over here so we could film, she told me that the person who made their flight boards also made all of the tables here, and all of the tables here are actually made from an old bowling alley. So if you look close, you can see they have the tiny little boards making up all of the tables. So the tables are bowling alley, and the same person made the flight boards. I'm loving everything about all of that.
And what did the flight board look like?
It looks like a little lifesaver on a boat, not a candy.
I was gonna say, that's a big lifesaver.
It's a lifesaver from a boat, like their logo. There we go. All right, end of first round. Let's see what comes up next. Oh, cheers, everyone.
Click.
There's a lonely town where the truth is found, respite, a place to lay your head. And it's awakened now, bars are shaking through the morning. resounds. The alarm clock drowns the silence. An unwelcome consequence of a resistance. Stubborn capitalists are knocking on your kitchen door. It goes slow, pushing stones. I need an existence, not a paper home. A lot's changed since we became these agents with our blackened hearts. We need some time to finally unwind. Your new car shines on your neighbor's dime. The promise change, but it's far too late. So fuck the change, it's time to recreate.
Hello everyone, I hope you enjoyed your tour of Crystal Lake Brewing. We are starting second round. We are going to start out with their Blizzard Blonde. I have an obsession with coffee, and I love a blonde that can surprise me. So for me, the Blizzard Blonde was perfect because it is a coffee blonde.
I also like a blonde that can surprise me.
Yeah, but he picked a brunette. This one's a 5.3 ABV, 18 IBUs. Let's see how it smells. Cheers to second round. Coffee straight up, but coffee and cream,
Ooh.
like latte scent. Cheers, everyone. It started out very bright. Yellow beer and coffee like all up in your face. It mellowed within the first half a second. From that point, it faded off into this dark chocolate and coconut end with that coffee finish behind. Like it turned into a latte that had like flavor shots of chocolate, mocha and coconut. That was craziness. When I first took a sip, I was like, oh no, this is not what I expected. And then it went, I don't even want to give this to you. I just want to drink it all, like right now.
That would be a good first beer while you're camping.
Actually, this would be beautiful by a campfire. It's a 5.3, so you're not going to get destroyed. We are going to be sampling their Dunkel Lager, 5.5%, also 18 IBUs. And let's see how it smells. Gentle on the nose again, barely there. Which, in my experience here, if it's gentle on the nose, the flavor is giant. I'm just gonna have to dive right in. Cheers to it's a Dunkel. Prost. I was right. Huge flavor. It comes across as an Oktoberfest, a fest beer, that kind of feel to it. Has that caramely, toffee, maltiness, a sweetness to close. It's not a dry finish. Really, really lovely though. Clean as well. And the mouthfeel's medium on this one. There's a little heft to it, but not too much.
Mouthfeel of a porter.
Mouthfeel of a porter?
Like a light porter. Not a stout.
Okay, a sessionable porter, maybe. It's tasty though. The next one is called Overboard. This is their oatmeal stout. 5.2 ABV, 45 IBUs. And let's see how it smells. It smells like high octane, heavy coffee and malt. Dark, deep malt. Big scent on this one. Cheers. Ooh. Ooh. I was surprised. I was expecting the flavor to completely follow suit, which those things are there. It actually started with a much drier feel to it, a more bitter feel to it. I wasn't expecting that bitter. Lovely finish though. Super bitter dark chocolate, like baker's chocolate. It's like someone took a Guinness and like stepped it up 4 or 5 notches.
Yeah, I'm not getting oatmeal stout too much from it.
The oatmeal gives it that creamy texture. I mean, it's definitely creamy. 100% it's creamy.
It's more stout.
Oh yeah, the flavor is much more stout.
Like between stout and oatmeal stout, I think it's leaning more towards stout. It still is in between.
Well, what's the oatmeal stout more people are aware of? The Founders one, right?
Yeah.
Founders oatmeal stout. This one I think is creamier and softer than that. It's more pillowy. Pillowy is a good word for this one.
Yeah.
It cushions you in happiness. Our last beer, second round, is going to be the Hoptopus. It's an Imperial New England IPA, 8.5 ABV, 30 IBUs. So let's see how it smells. It smells like I'm holding a glass of orange and pineapple juice mix with possibly a little champagne in there, a little Prosecco or something.
So it's like a mimosa.
It smells like a mimosa. Cheers to the last beer of second round. All juice, no bitterness, no hop bite. Someone could put a glass of this on a breakfast tray and someone would drink it without realizing that it was not to be had at breakfast. It's just beautiful. It's 8.5 and I don't taste the alcohol. Well, there's a little warming, but look at him taking my beer, man.
No, if you take out the Dunkel Lager, this is a perfect flight for breakfast.
Oh. Did anybody else catch that? If you take out the Dunkel, you have a coffee blonde, an oatmeal stout, and your orange juice. It's literally a breakfast flight. Yeah, the caramel and toffee don't quite fit into the mix, but otherwise, yeah. That's cute. I like that. It was unintentional. It's just how it happened.
I'm like, wait a minute here.
I try to pick a wide variety of beers for these episodes just to showcase as much as they have, as much as I can. Because honestly, they have an awful lot of beers here, and I can't do all of them. They have so much going on in each of these beers. The folks in charge of the brewing, they know what they're doing. Hey guys, I am here with General Manager Beth here at Crystal Lake Brewing, and she's agreed to take us on a little tour, answer a couple questions. Thank you so much for having us.
Thanks for featuring us.
Well, of course. I mean, great beer, great space, good people. Like, everyone needs to know about it.
We are very proud to be here at Crystal Lake. We've been here since August of 2014. So we just celebrated 8 years. And we're the best in McHenry County, so very, very proud. We are a production brewery, so we're focused on getting our beers out into the market. Beautiful tasting room, and it's been a really popular place for our community. We do a lot of private parties and pub crawls, and we're right on the train line, so that's helpful as well. We are family friendly, we get all ages up front, but the real focus is getting into the bars and the restaurants and getting our beers into Vinnie's and Cornfields and Armanetti's and all of the great off-premise locations as well. So.
Yeah, I've seen expansion definitely just in the types of beers that you guys cover, because we started coming here probably 4 or 5 years ago-ish, right around there. And the styles that you're covering now, you've branched out so much, and I love seeing that.
So our brewmaster, Brian Clooney, he's been brewing since the late 90s, and I actually worked with him at another brewery for 12 years. And then when he was ready to open this, he asked me to come along. He's a very traditional brewmaster, believes in making a classic style. But yeah, we listen to the trends and we play around with things from time to time. But there's something on our menu for everyone, which is great. We just added 3 new tap handles, so we have 15 taps of our own beer and it's somehow I'm always finding new beers to put on. They're always making great things. We have a 15 to 20 barrel brew house, so that's what's here. We have 4 tanks that allow us to make between 15 and 20 barrels at a time. But we also feature our pilot system, which you can see behind those kegs. We have 3 kettles there, and that allows us to make pilot batches. So just like a sitcom, we have to test out the audience. So we're not going to make a lot of something unless we're really sure that it's a hit. So we start all of our big batches on our pilot system, and that's very helpful too to continue having new things and to test things out. Yes, we have 250 members that they own their own mugs. They're the only people that drink out of their mug. And so it's a pretty exclusive club. We actually are posting our barrel-aged release is coming up. So it'll be released to the public on Black Wednesday, the 23rd, just before Thanksgiving. But yes, our Boathouse Reserve collection will be featured for them next Monday. So we're doing a private event next Monday, and they get to try it and purchase it before anyone else does. The 240 members renewed this year, so the retention was really great.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it's a true testament to the beer,
Yeah.
the atmosphere, to our staff. We have an incredible crew, and a lot of them have been with me since the beginning.
They've all been wonderful to us.
Yeah.
All of these years, they've been wonderful.
Awesome.
And it just shows that you're offering people what they want. If
Yes.
they're renewing, coming back all
Yes.
the time. And so you mentioned Ryan was at a different brewery, came over, and he wanted to focus on traditional.
On production and being traditional. He's
Yeah.
always been a traditional brewer, but mainly wanting to get our beer out. With the last place, it took quite a while for us to get packaging. We were doing kegs for our own brew pubs, but we weren't distributing. And that has been our focus from the beginning. So, and I think it's really what helped us get through the pandemic, because we were able to establish ourselves out in the market, and people were familiar with that, and then going to, Jewel and getting their 6-packs and coming here and getting beer to go as well. But that was very helpful. So yeah, we actually have 2 co-founders that started CLB. Their names are John O'Fallon and Chuck Ross. They were neighbors and both successful business guys. John O'Fallon has been homebrewing for decades and just loved it and kind of turned his hobby into a business. And his buddy Chuck came along with him. They did not know Ryan before this venture. Initially, they thought they'd go smaller and John would have a heavier hand in the brewing, but then they found this building. It was built in '59, and then it was the original service department for Riker Chevy. And then it was an auto body shop, and then it was a rental place, so it was kind of remembered as being Grand Rental Station through the 90s, and then it was foreclosed. So the city was real happy that John and Chuck took the building over and made it into this beautiful place that people are coming to and supporting our local economy. But they also, when they got this building, decided to go with the 15-barrel brew house, which is a lot different than making 5 gallons of beer in your garage. So they started looking for a brewmaster, and that's where they found Ryan. And so I think we're all just a really great team.
You've mentioned community several times. Do you guys do things that are like charity-based or like community service-based?
Sure. We support a lot, as much as we can, with raffle baskets and things like that. There's a health clinic here in town, the Family Health Partnership Clinic, and they are very involved in doing different races. So we just did the 5K, the Care for 5K that was out in Woodstock. We supported with a pink seltzer and donated $1 of every pint to the clinic. We do their Pedalpalooza in May, which is a similar kind, but it's kind of a bike ride thing, which we're also along the bike trail, which is very great for us. And yeah, the half marathon, just whatever we can. There's different pet rescues and things like that we get involved with too. We actually collect cans for one of our local rescues. It's called ANS Rescue, and so we donate our aluminum to them, and we take donations for their dog biscuits, all different kinds of things, just however we can. So
That's awesome. And we love hearing about the breweries that are really involved in their communities and like really taking that initiative to make the town better while improving the glasses.
Yeah. Well, like you said, beer people are good people.
They are.
So yeah, it's always a good thing to give, because then we receive back, So
Agreed.
Yeah.
Are there plans for expansion? Big plans for the future? Things coming
Well,
up?
we've been steadily increasing our barrelage every year. The very first year that we were open in 2015, we did just over 1,500 barrels, and we're hoping to do 4,000 this year. That just kind of tells you our steady growth. Everything is produced and packaged right here on site. This is our big brew house. We do have, I will just point over in this direction, we built a new cellar. This was an expansion in 2017 when we won the World Beer Cup bronze medal for our Beach Blonde.
Yes.
Beach Blonde is a Helles lager. It's what all the Germans drink in the summertime. Helles means light, so it's a nice light lager. Lagers take 4 to 6 weeks, so we needed a lot more space so that we could be able to keep more Beach Blonde on hand. So we have 5 60-barrel fermenters over there. When we first started, we had 4 30-barrel fermenters, and now we have 13 fermenters, and we have 5 dry tanks, or excuse me, 4 dry tanks. One, which is this, we call this one the Fat Man, 90-barrel dry tank, so 180 pints in there. But that will usually blend a 60 and a 30 at the Beach Blonde for our packaging. All of the bright tanks are where we carbonate, and we'll keg and can directly from the bright tanks. So then we'll run a hose all the way back here. I'll walk us through the mill room.
All right. Oh, you do your own milling too?
We do. That was another part of the expansion.
Fantastic.
You know, before we won that medal, we were hand loading 55-pound bags, 27 bags a batch. And now we have these beautiful super sacks. They're 2,200 pounds.
Oh, wow.
So we have our Pilsner malt and our 2-row in super sacks, and that's very helpful for us to be able to buy it bulk, for us also to be able to crack the grain ourselves. And it goes right into this grist case, and then goes into an above auger. But it's great. It's always better to crack on site so that you can have that freshness component as well. We can about 2 to 3 times a week, usually free. One of the things that the pandemic did for us, the whole country ran through an aluminum can shortage.
Oh, that's crazy.
And it's still kind of going on, but what it forced us to do before, we were purchasing our core beers in painted cans or in shrink sleeve wrapped cans. And so what we now do is we purchase all of our Beach Blonde cans in painted cans, and then we purchase blanks that have our tagline on the top, that easy to drink, hard to put down. And then we were able to wrap a label around all of our cans. So we actually added this portion. This is a labeler off of an old bottling line that we added to our canning line from Wild Goose Canning. And it's really helped us a tremendous amount, and it's what we'll probably do from now on. So it's one of those silver linings that happened that just kind of forced us to move into a different way of packaging, and it is actually better for us. So it's great.
And guys, it's all queued up for that
barrel
aged that's coming out Wednesday.
Yeah.
You see that
already.
the variant is actually what that label is, and we're really excited about this one. It's a new variant. So we had barrels aging in the early part of the year, and then we're releasing it around November. So we get our barrels from a cooperage company, barrel broker out of Wisconsin, and you get what you get as far as you don't necessarily
right. Yeah.
We do a mix of bourbon and rye. So we have a bourbon, and then we do a rye whiskey, and then our variant is generally a blend of those two, and then added adjuncts to them. But we have Four Roses, Old Fitzgerald, Heaven Hill, Jim Beam. There's all different great barrels that we're able to use. And then once we empty them, they become furniture, and we sell them in the tap room or to our club members or whoever wants to buy them. This is some of the release. So this is a sneak preview.
Ooh, beautiful.
This is our rye whiskey, and it was just bottled and waxed yesterday. So that's as fresh as you can get it.
Oh, wow, yeah.
It's a beautiful bottle. So you look for the bourbon is yellow, the rye whiskey is blue, and then the variant will be that purple. So
Color coding on it as well.
Yes.
Because honestly, the wax topping on the bottles, it takes forever.
It really does. Yeah, it's a labor of love.
It certainly is.
Yeah.
You obviously care very much about the product.
We do a couple of festivals throughout the year for our anniversary, and our Oktoberfest, obviously. And then because we're a tap room and we don't have a kitchen, so we are a production brewery. We do not have a brew pub license. So this will always be our beer factory, and we'll have a tasting room. And we believe in letting the restaurants do what they do really well, and supporting all of those restaurants that are right here walking distance downtown. A lot of them are accounts of ours, and so they support us with providing their guests with our beer, and then we hopefully will get some delivery from them. We do food trucks usually on Fridays and Saturdays, not every night of the week. I know some breweries, they don't have a lot around them, so it's necessary for them to provide food trucks every day. But we'll do Taco Tuesdays, so I try to get as many Tuesdays filled up with a taco truck, and otherwise it's Fridays and Saturday nights. So, but the cool thing about it is that there are no rules with the food. You can bring whatever you'd like. You can bring a meat sandwich from home, a box of Triscuits and cheese, ruffles and dip. It just kind of adds to the community feeling. So
last but not least, how do people get in touch with you? I need the address, social media.
Sure. So we're located here in downtown, 150 North Main Street. CrystalLakeBrew.com is our website. And then if you look for Crystal Lake Brewing on either Instagram or Facebook, we're very active there. Those are probably the best ways to reach out to us. My email is beth@crystallakebrew.com if you have any questions. So.
And all that will be scrolling on the screen right now.
And you can email me for brewery tours, for private parties, if you ever want to have an event here, or for any general questions. So,
Thank you so much, Beth. This
Yeah.
is wonderful. And we're gonna enjoy our beer and have a seat and relax. And same thing you guys should be doing, coming here,
Cheers.
checking it out.
Yes. Cheers. Thank you.
For Chew's challenge today, Chew has picked Beer Smarts, Tap Your Knowledge. So this is a beer trivia game. We're each going to pull one card from the category and test the other person. Whoever has the most right at the end will be done. Okay?
Okay.
So I'm pulling from the bottom of the beerology category. The question is, once Prohibition ended, what year was home brewing beer legalized in the U.S.?
I'm going to go B, 1958.
Okay, my guess would be D, 1978.
Holy crap.
1978.
You get one.
I got a point. Buzzwords category. What is a beer can widget? Do you know the answer to this?
Me
Do you?
too. Yes.
It's B.
Yep, that's what I was going to say.
Correct. So widget makes the beer foam. They put it in the nitros. This category is pub crawl. True or false? India Pale Ale originated in India.
On a count of three, we both answer.
1, 2,
2,
3.
3, false.
The answer is false. We're on to our last question. Which country has the highest consumption of beer per capita? A, the Czech Republic, B, China, C, United States, or D, Ireland? I know what my answer is.
Okay, on a count of three. 1, 2, 3, A.
Czech Republic?
Yep.
It is the Czech Republic. So, I got all 4 questions correct. You got 3 questions correct.
Yes.
So, I win Chew's challenge! Woo! Beer trivia is my thing. Chew's a sore loser. Oh, that was fun.
That is the reason why I'm behind the camera and not in front.
Cheers, guys.
Bye.
Because today we're here to try the brews? Try the brews. I forgot my own tagline, man. It's terrible.
Wow. See, that's why I don't let her drink beforehand, guys.
Oh, shoot. Seriously.
I caught her, guys.
Great American Beer Festival bronze medal winner as well. Words are fun. I use them goodly. I'm going to try that again.
You know what? This reminds me of you. A fox rocker.
I think that would be you, wouldn't it?
Oh. Hey, it reminds me of me.
Sorry. I broke.
There was a glitch in the matrix right there,
There was a
guys.
glitch. 5.2 ABUs. What planet am I from? Don't make me laugh when I'm about to drink.
That's my job.
Your job is the camera. Do that part. Cheers to second round, guys.
Don't laugh.
True or false? India Pale Ale originated in India.
False.
The answer is true.
Oh.
In 1926, the Artois Brewery. There were 2 cards stuck together, guys.
There you go. I would have named them Shazam.
Named them what?
Shazam.
Shazam?
Single hop and single malt instead of single malt and single hop. I like Shazam.
Fair enough. So, beer world, consider changing your ways. Chew has spoken.
Agreed.